Hey guys, so today I'm working on an '09 Cadillac DTS. The situation is with this car is sometimes it starts, sometimes it don't want to start. The battery tests out okay. Right now I'm gonna see if there's any check engine light. Well, there's no check engine light, but I'm gonna check see if there's any codes in the system. So to give me an idea what's going on. The problem is the guy left the car for like 3 days with me, and it's been starting fine. And yesterday afternoon he came to pick it up. Car don't want to start. So right now I'm gonna start it. It does start. So I'm not sure if it's a starter problem. As I can see here, there's like 3 codes. So I'm gonna take a look. Let me just pause this. Let me see what the codes are. I don't think these codes are related to why the car don't want to start. Mass airflow sensor. It doesn't even crank. So, you know, if it's a mass airflow sensor problem, the car is gonna crank. It's not gonna start, but it's not even cranking. You just hearing a tick tick. So it could be a bad starter. Could be a problem with the. Could be a problem with the starter relay, ignition switch. Could be a mobilizer problem, but if it's a mobilizer problem, it's not gonna even tick, or it's gonna crank. It's gonna crank and not gonna start. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull the wiring diagram, and I'm gonna see check the relays and stuff. Maybe the relay is burnt out. I know these cars are very common with fuse box problem. The fuse box internally normally burnt out and go bad. So depends on the temperature. If it's hot outside, it's not gonna start. If it's cold, maybe it's gonna start. So I'm not sure. So I have a wiring diagram here. So let me take a close look at this. So let's see. There's the ignition switch. Okay, so that's the ignition switch right there. So it goes to the BCM. It's a body control module. So from the body control module, it goes to the engine control module, which is over here, and from the ECM it goes to that starter relay. So my first step is to check that relay. I'll do a visual inspection before I do anything else. So I'm gonna find that relay. I'm gonna take it out, take a look at it, open it, see if there's any signs of a damage or burnt pins or anything. So that's what I'm gonna do. So what I'm gonna do on this one, I have a battery tester. So I'm gonna do a load test on the battery to make sure the battery is okay. Even though I think it's okay, but I'm gonna just make sure. So I'm gonna hold this down here. Until this filament over here gets really red. So I'm trying to kill the battery. Then I'm gonna start it up and see if it does start. If it don't start, then we know we have a weak battery. As you can see, it's getting red right there. So I'm like trying to drain the battery to see if that's the problem. It's actually a process of elimination, because the codes are not related to why the car don't want to start. There's a tick. It's not cranking, just a tick. So you see it's really red. Tester is saying it's weak, but I don't think it's weak. So now I'm gonna crank the car. If it doesn't start, I know it's a battery problem, but if it do start, then it's something else. So it did start, so I don't think the battery is a problem. So I'll move on to the next step. So my next step, I'm gonna check the starter relay to see if there's any signs of burnt visible signs of burnt, or I'm gonna open up the relay inside, see if I see anything. Could be a problem with the fuse box, not sure, but let's go ahead and I'm gonna check the relay now. So based on my diagram, the starter relay is this one right here, starter relay, which is relay number 30. That's the fuse box. This is 30 right here. So this one is my starter relay. There's no sign of burnt pins or anything. Everything seems alright there. So I'm gonna do is open the relay and see if it's burnt inside. 1 second. So there's no visible sign of any burn marks. It looks alright. So I'm gonna put the ignition on. The keys. Put the ignition on. And press the relay over there, see if it's gonna start the car. So ignition on.
Ask the guy to do the spare tire for me properly.
Check the pressure?
No. The guys don't put it on, they didn't put it on properly.
Oh, tighten it.
Yeah, go on to go in, it's down fixed properly and tighten it.
Okay. That's my problem right there. The car is supposed to start. So you don't want to start. I'm gonna go crank it up. I don't think it's a security problem because the key light, the ignition keys, the light is not flashing. But see that? That's my problem. It clicks, it don't want to start. So I'm not sure if it's a starter problem. I think it's a starter problem because let me just check the battery volt. See how much volts the battery is at. Yeah, see that right there? The batteries. I'm pressing the relay. So this is, I'm just duplicating the keys, turning the keys, pressing this, and the battery voltage is going all the way down. Look at that. I tested the battery before, seems alright. So it's possible that the cells in the batteries are bad, they're weak. So look at that. Yeah. So we got a bad battery. All this trouble for a bad battery. There are different symptoms of a bad battery. And this is one of them. Sometimes the car would start without jumping it. And sometimes the car is not going to start at all. So what I'm going to do, just to make sure it's a bad battery, I'm going to put the jumper box. I'm going to put the jumper box on it and see if it starts. I'm 100% sure the battery is no good. See that? Nothing. Okay. I think I fixed the problem right there. Need a battery. So I have my jumper. So take this off. I should leave that on. Put it up here. See, so it's saying 12 volts, and if the car starts right now, no, it's the battery. Let me start it up with the keys. Maybe the battery, the box is not connected. It's not getting a good ground. Take this off. Just to try to start it from the relay. Let's see if it's gonna start. Just want to make sure, see the battery level, see what's happening. There we go. So I'm gonna recommend a new battery on this car. That should fix the problem. Just to verify if it's a battery problem, I'll disconnect the jumper. See if it's gonna start. See, battery is completely dead. But it's really weird that sometimes the car starts without jumping it and sometimes it doesn't. So the cells in the battery are probably shot. Look at that. See? I'm actually pressing this right here. So once I press this, it's like turning the keys. So hey guys, the battery on this car is under the seat, under the back seat. So I think 100% man, the battery is the problem. So I'm gonna just pop this out. See right here. See that? Take this out. And if you look at the battery, haha, look at that. That's my problem right there. Car needs a new battery. See all the corrosion on the negative pole? So that's causing the car not to start. So problem's fixed. I'm gonna replace the battery. Customer should be happy. If you look at the battery, there's so much corrosion on this thing. It's causing the car to start sometime. Intermediate start. And look at it. It's even loose. Probably the acid, the corrosion. Car is not getting a proper ground. So once I'm done with this, I'm clean this up, change the battery, and that's it. Hey guys, so what I had to do, I had to actually replace this battery terminal because it had so much corrosion. I don't want to take any chances to leave it there. You know, I want to do the right thing, fix it one shot so the customer don't have to come back again. So I put a new battery on it, change this terminal. So that's it. So what I'm gonna do here, even though the relay is good, I got a new one because I opened it. I don't want to, you know, put back the same relay. So I'm gonna put this relay in. It's a brand new relay. It's the starter relay, just to play it safe. And that's it.